The weekend is almost here. Welcome to a Thursday night, 10 o'clock. Felicia, Sean, and Swan all with you inside the comfy confines of the Channel 13 studios. Severe weather is over for us. We're just enjoying what appears to be warmer weather as we get closer to the weekend.
Yes, and I'll be one of the first to say we deserve it.
Oh,
it has been a tough, the last several days have been tough.
Yeah, it really is. It's been an active couple of weeks here. And a lot of people ask me about Fridays. The last 2 months, we have had something going on Friday.
Yeah, right.
We know.
Tomorrow will not be the case.
That's so
good. All right. Little frost, perhaps, but we'll take that. We'll take that trade-off, yeah. Let's show you what's going on. Little cloud cover still around mid-high level variety. A lot of that's going to peel away tomorrow morning. Yeah, some spots. This is not uncommon. Could have a little patchy frost around. The good thing about spring air is that, yes, it's chilly in the morning, but it does recover nicely, and we're expecting daytime highs a little bit warmer than today, up near 60 degrees. So we are going to take that, and this is a good number too, the big goose egg. That's rain for the next 7 days. And then I want to show you this too. We still have a couple of areas this evening that are in play for severe weather, but look at the severe weather outlook for tomorrow, and then look at we get into Saturday.
Wow.
So this is great news for a good portion of the U.S. Because, you know, we know so many spots have been really, really impacted with severe weather. Just want to show you Future Track 13 to confirm what you're telling you here. Yeah, the southeast for you golf fans. The weather at the Masters
is going to hold up this Sunday?
Oh boy, it's going to be not ideal conditions here for a couple of days.
You'll be hitting your golf ball out of lake.
I mean, it's going to be wet and it's going to be chilly. So today was just spectacular down there. But for us, again, quiet weather, warming up to. If you're not a fan of chilly air, you want a little closer to 75, 80, we've got that in the 7 day. We'll have that tonight. Yeah.
We deserve 75 to 80, don't we, Felicia?
Oh, I always deserve that, Scott. I don't deserve anything else.
All right, we'll get back to Sean in a moment. Want to turn our attention to a couple of the stories that we're going to be covering on 13 News at 11. This horrific crash that took place in Florida last night around 9:30. There were 4 Hoosiers from Hamilton County, Indiana, who were down having a great time, enjoying dinner with some friends in a small plane after dinner, crashed into the Gulf of Mexico, and many people saw this and called 911.
911, what's the location of the emergency? We're at Sharky's Pier Restaurant. We're on the beach, and we pretty sure we just saw a plane crash into the ocean. We have multiple calls on this, and we are on the way.
So that's one of the 911 calls as witnesses spotted a plane going down last night off the coast of Florida. The Hoosiers killed in the crash, Jeff and Patty Lumpkin and Rick and Beth Beaver. Beth was the owner of Indiana Elite Cheer and Tumbling in Noblesville. Rick was the president of Beaver Construction Management. So this is the map showing you the Venice Fishing Pier, not far from the Venice Municipal Airport. And the FAA and NTSB now on the scene investigating. This is the second plane crash out of the Venice airport in the last 3 months. Now tonight, investigators are saying the 2 couples flew into Venice Wednesday night to get some dinner with friends along the pier. Around 9:30 last night, they loaded up in their plane to fly back to St. Pete. Investigators say they crashed shortly after takeoff, hitting the Gulf of Mexico about a half mile from the pier. The latest tragedy marking a striking similarity to another deadly crash out of Venice back in January, where a husband, wife, and a child were killed.
Well, it's certainly unexpected. I mean, I've been working here for 16 years, and the last crash was the first crash that went off into the Gulf like that. So to have 2 in that short period of time is certainly unusual.
So the airport director at the Venice airport said during a news conference the plane these Indiana couples took today was not serviced or refueled while it was there in Venice, Florida. Investigators are now using some video that was recovered from the nearby pier and the nearby airport looking for more clues, but right now they don't know why that plane went down, killing those 4 Hoosiers. But Felicia, there's just so much heartbreak in Hamilton County. These 2 couples, one from Fishers, the other from Noblesville, and what a loss for that community, those communities and certainly their family and friends.
Yeah, leaving behind a bunch of kids and of course grandchildren as
Right.
well. But here in the Indianapolis area, we're seeing a lot of people just reaching out on social media
That's
because
right.
of their positions in the community. A lot of people knew them.
Yeah, Lumpkins and the Beavers. So we're going to continue to follow this story, have more reaction for you tonight on 13 News at 11. We do also want to talk about what happened at the Tennessee State House tonight. Very interesting scene that took place because Tennessee's House, very much like Indiana's, Republican dominated. They expelled 2 of their 3 Democratic lawmakers tonight, and CNN has this story for us.
I hereby declare the House of Representatives of the 113th General Assembly now in session.
The House had expelled just 2 members since the 1860s. This time, 3 were up for a vote in just one day: Gloria Johnson, Justin Jones, and Justin Pearson. Last week, the 3 lawmakers disrupted House business to protest what they saw as gun control in action, just days after the 3 9-year-old students and 3 adults were shot and killed at school. The Covenant School is only about 9 miles from the Capitol. The political distance about how to address gun violence appears greater.
This is not a political issue, it's a child issue.
Republicans said the Democrats broke several rules of decorum and procedure.
When things break down where we cannot continue to create and discuss ideas, this is where we get to.
1 week ago, we had members take it upon themselves to rush the well and stop the people's business.
At no point did we encourage violence.
We were advocating for people who have been murdered in our communities.
Justin Jones lost his vote, as did Justin Pearson. Gloria Johnson narrowly survived.
Gloria, why do you feel like there was a difference in the outcome of your polling?
I will answer your question. It might have to do with the color of our skin.
As the State House majority told 2 now former colleagues to take their leave. I'm Emily Schmidt reporting.
Okay, so again, Justin Pearson and Justin Jones, both black, were expelled. Gloria Johnson, who's white, was not expelled. So they were known as the Tennessee Trio. So 2 are out tonight. County commissioners in the districts get to pick their replacements to serve until a special election can be scheduled. And the 2 that were expelled could be eligible to run in the special session. So we may see them back. And the GOP told journalists later tonight that the actions were necessary to avoid setting a precedent that lawmakers said were disrupting House proceedings through protest would be tolerated, because apparently during this protest there was a bullhorn involved and they were down on the House floor and there was some chanting involved. And so anyway, you got any thoughts on this?
Well, I just think it's extremely interesting what's going on. Obviously, they're noting how historic it was from the package there. And ultimately, you do want to be able to see your lawmakers come together and be able to discuss these different kinds of issues.
Right.
And I feel like protesting is a part of that. It's the part of the thread of our democracy, and people need to be able to do that. They were not violent. They were clearly vocal and passionate on an issue which everyone should feel something, regardless of where you sit on gun rights issues.
Sure.
Everyone should feel something after what happened in that unfortunate Nashville, Tennessee school shooting.
Right.
And so, I mean, for them to be ousted like this for doing what their constituents elected them to do, it's shocking, to say the least.
It seems like it is pretty shocking. Could there have been another alternative if they were going to censure them? Was there anything else that they could have done but expelling them?
Because what I keep thinking is like, oh wait, because they didn't follow Robert's rules of order.
Right.
And obviously they're there. You know, you need those rules in order to get things done. But the people did also put these people in their position, as the people put all of those folks in their position.
So that's a story that we think is interesting.
What do you think?
And yeah, let us know what you think about that as we point toward our 11 o'clock show, and let you know that we've got the rest of the day's news. And of course, we want to bring Sean back in, because in case you missed the forecast, I think you're going to like what you're going to see, not only tomorrow, Sean, but through the weekend.
Yeah, I think so. Well-deserved for sure. Tomorrow morning and maybe a little frost, but a quick warm-up. We got some, I mean, it's just a little bit for everything here.
Yeah.
If you like it warmer, we'll show you the forecast
a little
for
bit of
tomorrow.
everything.
Yeah, what we're expecting is that we'll have temperatures starting out tomorrow morning in the 30s. We'll be peaking out near 60 degrees in the afternoon.
Wow.
And we'll make you stay. We'll make you stay for the planner. Join us at 11 because, again, 2 seasons worth of weather over the next 7 days.
So it sounds like you may need the heavy coat maybe if you're going out in the morning.
Early.
Early.
Sleep in.
But after that, you're really not going to need it, right?
We're at that level in the weather where you are wearing multiple layers, and then you got to take your coat off after school and tie it around your waist with your backpack. We're at that point in the weather.
That's good. All right, for Felicia and Sean, I'm Swan. Thanks so much for joining us here at 10 o'clock. We'll all be back with you tonight over on 13 News at 11. Good night.
Felicia.